Chiara here and welcome to my contemporary intermediate workout. Today I'm assisted by James and we're all going to be starting from the top of the mat. So if you guys and James want to walk towards the top of your mat, then you're going to stand tall with your heels together and your toes apart and arms into genie position, one on top of the other one, pressing against each other, shoulders down, lift your heels, inhaling and exhaling, bend your knees and go down towards the mat, slowly, shoulders down. Try and not touch the mat with your arms, so reach them forward and maybe sit your bum down. Slowly. I'm gonna give you a circle. For this workout, you guys will need the circle. So you've got one around, grab it, place it in between your thighs, and then reaching your arms forward, roll all the way down to the mat. This can be a quick transition. We're going to align you right now. So you place your feet in line with your hips, reaching your arms by your sides. You should be able to almost touch your heels. So you want to walk them a little further towards you. And then open the shoulders. Take a deep breath, inhaling, and a deep breath, exhaling, pulling your ribs down towards the mat. We start from breathing only. Inhaling and exhaling. Empty your tummy. Ribs pull towards your spine. We do it 3 more times. With these 5 long breaths, you just want to focus on being present on the mat. We're now in your Pilates class. You leave everything outside. It is an advanced Pilates class, so you really need to be present. Not to scare you, James. Don't worry, keep breathing. Breathing in through the nose. And as you breathe out through the mouth for one last time, then you keep breathing normally, but you keep pulling your ribs down towards your spine. Place your hands behind your head, one on top of the other one, and tilt your elbows in slightly so you can connect your shoulders towards your back. We're going to squeeze the circle in a way that your knees are in line with your hips, and we hold it there. We exhale to crunch up, and inhale to roll down. In the meantime, your knees stay in the same position. Again, exhaling up and inhaling down. We keep it going and we speed it up a little. Breathing out, breathing in. We do 7 more. For this workout, every single exercise is going to follow a 10 reps structure. May sound like a good thing, but towards 15 minutes in, you're not going to like this 10 reps max situation. Last 4. Beautiful. You can squeeze a little bit more. Yes, last 3. 2 more. And on the last one, you hold up into your crunch. Pull the ribs down, keep your elbows open, and please press your head into your hands so you lengthen through the neck. Same structure for the knees. We exhale to pull the knees towards each other, and we inhale to open. Exhaling, close, and inhaling, open. We've got 8 more while we keep the chest lifted and the elbows wide. You go 6, 5, 4 more, lift the chest an inch higher. Last 3, 2. With the last one, we hold the circle closed and we pump quicker and smaller. We pump for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Turn it into a pancake. Pulse the chest up for a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Squeeze the circle a little bit harder, all of you. Last 2, last 1. Inhale, roll down on the mat and open the circle. Exhale, re-crunch and close the circle as small as you can. If you need to realign the circle, please do right now because it's just gonna get harder. So really make sure that it stays there. And again, inhaling, open the knees and open the chest. Exhaling, close the knees and close the chest. We go for 8 more. The first part of our workout is really simple in terms of structure. There's no hard exercises in terms of choreography. It's just all about getting you nice and warm and maybe a little bit spicy other than hot. We go for 5 more. As you lift up, your ribs pull down and your abdominals empty. Last 4. 3 more. If you can squeeze the circle more, go for it. I'm not gonna stop you if you wanna make it harder. Last 2. With the last one, we fuse everything together. We're going to pulse the chest and pulse the circle at the same time. We go for 8, for 7, 6, 5. Right now, you should be feeling not too well. Last 2. Last one, you hold it. Hold that circle there. Ooh, he's gonna break it. There's some true power in those thighs. Open the knees slightly. Get your feet together really close to each other. And then can you hop your knees into tabletop position? Beautiful. We inhale to lower the chest and tap the heels down on the floor simultaneously. Exhale to lift the chest, knees go into tabletop. Inhaling and exhaling. Really good, James. If you want to make it harder, why not? With the last 7, you're going to open the circle as you go down and close the circle as you go up. This exercise should almost be feeling like you're giving a birth. Can anyone relate? Last 4. It's fine. This is what it feels, James. Last 3. 2 more. With the last one, we hold it up. We're going to take the circle with our hands, place it in between our ankles, and reach the legs up to ceiling. Your head, neck, and shoulders go down on the floor. Flex your feet, turn them out slightly. So we use the outer thigh too to wrap back. We inhale to lower the legs halfway, so it's 45 degrees, and exhaling to lift them back up. Keep them turned out so that you can squeeze the circle better once the legs go up. Little note here, every time the legs go down, your ribs go down too. So you keep that nice connection through the midline and your powerhouse. We're gonna go for 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Can we hold the legs up? Lift head, neck, and shoulders off the floor. Extend your arms by your side. Now James is good, so we're gonna go really low with the legs. The lower you go, actually, the least you grip on your hip flexors. Taking weight off the hip flexors and we put it on the abdominals. We hold it for 10, for 9, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs up and chest down. Ooh. This was your prep. Now we get into your 100. Surprise. James, take a deep breath. Everybody take a deep breath. Arms up to ceiling, legs into tabletop. You extend your legs into a low diagonal as you lift your chest with your arms by your sides. Your 100 starts from the legs. Inhale, pump, 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 pump. Exhale, pump, 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 pump. The arms don't move at all. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out and 2, 3, 4, 5. If you know that you tend to grip on the hip flexors, turn the legs out slightly, it will go a little bit more into your bum and inner thighs rather than on top of the hips. If this is too much for you right now in terms of lower back, yes, you can bend your knees. He knows. We go for the last 3. With the last 2, we lift the chest a little higher. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 2, 3, 4, and 5. Circle into your hands. Whoop. Extend your legs out one by one. And reach a circle overhead. Let's get a big stretch. Now let's not give your brain too much time to realize where you are. Let's keep it going. Flex the feet and roll up slowly, slowly, one bone at a time. Reach for your heels and stretch. Rolling down, one bone at a time. We do it 5 more times. Little note here, if you have a sensitive lower back, to put less pressure on your sacroiliac joint, you can keep your legs hips distance apart instead of squeezing them together. James wants to suffer, so he now has his legs together, but just know there's an alternative to these, and it's a little tiny easier. We go for 2 more. Beautiful. With the last one, we're gonna stay forward. You guys put the circle around your feet. Walk your hands to the end of the circle. If you're quite flexible, you might want to walk them all the way here and pull yourselves down to get a big stretch as you flex your feet even more and push away through the heels. We'll hold it down for 5, for 4, last 3, last 2, last 1. Lift with the circle into your hands and hands on the sponges, up to seated and up through the crown of your head. Can you now jump into a rolling like a ball position with your knees into the chest and you circle over your knees. Voila, magic. We inhale to roll back to the tip of your shoulders and exhale to roll back up into balance. Really good. Inhaling and exhaling. While doing your rolling like a ball, your elbows are wide and your circle stays there on your shins. Doing nothing special right now. We go for 3 more. 2 more. With the last one, we hold it up. If you guys want to make it harder, you're going to place your circle in between your thighs. James doesn't have an option, so he does indeed want to make it harder. Hands on the shins. You're going to roll back, mindful that the circle's on the way, so you really have to round your spine not to get those circles on your teeth. Beautiful. Keep rounding so that the circle doesn't hit you. And if you want to make it even harder, on the way back up, you squeeze the circle and hold. Beautiful. 2 more. Inhaling back, exhaling up and hold, squeeze and scoop. Last one. Beautiful. We hold it there. Can you keep your feet off the floor and take the circle into your hands? We're reaching the arms forward, squeeze the knees together and extend the right leg out. We're rolling down onto our spine until we get into our position for our single leg stretch. Our single leg stretch today goes together with a torsion. So we get the circle over the bent knee and we squeeze it. And then we switch and do the same on the opposite side. Beautiful. Inhale at the center, exhale at the side. Inhale and exhale. The leg that goes down on the floor can go really low if you make sure that both hips are anchored on the floor. You want to feel like the long one is stretching away from the center, it's going far away from you. While your opposite shoulder and opposite rib tries and reach for the bent knee. You got the last 4 in total, the last 3, the last 2, and the last one, unfortunately, we hold it. We're gonna drop the circle down on the floor, top hand stays on the circle, bottom one goes behind your head. If you want to float this leg to make it harder, you can float it, this one, or you can make it slightly easier by dropping it down on the floor. Either way, lift the chest a little bit higher, squeeze down as you exhale, release the circle as you inhale. And we're pumping for 8, for 7. If you want to lift higher, you can drop the bottom elbow down on the floor and push yourself a little bit higher. Yes. Last 4, last 3, last 2, last 1. Can you keep squeezing the circle now? Hold it there. Bottom leg kicks up on top of the hip. Yes. And inhaling drops down. Again, exhaling, kick up. Inhaling, drop down. If you want to drop the foot down, you can, totally. Every single version is gonna be a hard version this time. If you want to go cray-cray, keep the other leg into tabletop position. We go for the last 3. If you're not liking it, you're doing it right. The last 2. With the last 1, we pull both knees into your center and we pull the circle over the knees. Take a big breath, which is a quick one because we're going to the opposite side. All right, we extend the right leg out. Opposite side. Hold on, this one, The bottom hand goes behind your head and the top hand is on the circle. We exhale to push, inhale to open. Exhale to push, inhale to open. As mentioned before, if you want to go crazy, you can keep floating the right leg, which is the one that's down on the floor. If you want to make it a little bit lighter on your hip flexors, drop it down. You got the last 3 reps. The last 2. The last one, hold that circle, squeeze down, drop this foot if you want, and then kick the long leg up to ceiling and inhaling down. Every time you kick the leg up to ceiling, can you make sure that that circle is going down even more? Right shoulder is also down away from the ears. So many things together. The last 2. And with the last one, we re-pull both knees into the chest. Circle over them. Rock side to side for a second. Forget about all of your troubles for a second. We're twisting our head to the right, to the left. How are we doing, James? He's just laughing, so it's fine. If you are just laughing at home as well, I'm gonna take it as a yes to whatever question I'm gonna ask next. We extend the legs out on the mat. We retake our circles up to ceiling. We inhale to lift our head, but as we exhale, we just lift the shoulders. Ooh, we hold it here. We're gonna pump the circle for 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Repeating, inhaling overhead, get a big stretch. Exhaling, lifting just the shoulders off the mat, and they push down, pumping for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time. Big exhalation to lift, pumping for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the circle there. Take it on top of your shoulders though. Can you lift your legs one by one up on top of your hips? Straight legs. Ooh, yes. Lift your chest back. And then reach that circle for your heels. Yes, that's it. We're getting into a closed leg rocker. Shall we attempt it? You rock back a little, and then you roll up into balance. Yes, really good. Inhaling, rocking back a little. Exhaling, rocking up. By the way, this is one of the hardest things to perform. When the legs are together, you really just have your abdominals and the control for the center. You cannot cheat if you're doing it like James with the arms fully extended and the legs fully extended. It's all about that little Michael Jackson tilt. If you don't have that Michael Jackson thing going on, this ain't gonna happen. We go for 3 more. Also, look how smoothly he just recentered himself on the mat. The last 2. Very good, James. The last one. We hold it up. Can we take the left arm open and twist to the side, smiling through it, and then closing. We do the same on the opposite side. You really have to push into your circle when you open to the side. And then back to center. We do it again. You push with your feet and you pull with your arm. All positions. Very good. We do the same thing on the opposite side. Shaky, shaky. Beautiful. We open the left arm and we keep it open. Oh no. Performer face, he's smiling. I don't think he's smiling really inside. Push the right shoulder down. The right one, yes. Keep reaching the left arm. Inhale it, swing it by your side. And then stay there. Drop this leg, the one that's closer to the floor, and lift for this leg. All right, if you can drop the elbow, we're gonna do that exercise that we tried before. We didn't like it, but here we go. We exhale to kick this leg up to the circle. And inhale to drop it. Again, exhaling and inhaling. We do it for 8 more. In the meantime, we focus on pushing the floor away from us. Beautiful. And every time the leg go up, you reach out through the crown of your head. So you make sure that this doesn't happen. We got 2 more. And finally, you can rest your legs, chest, mind. Last one, the leg goes down. You get rid of the circle. You can place it down or give it to your pal. Thank you very much, I'm your pal. And then you turn to the side. Well, you're not my pal anymore after these. It's fine, we're gonna become friends again. All right, you align yourself with the back of your mat, head is onto your hands and both legs are reaching slightly forward. So if you tilt your nose down, you can see them. You lift the top leg, then you start kicking forward for 2. You go 1 and 2, kicking back for 1. Double kick. I completely ignored how long your legs were, so I was about to die for a second. Here I am. I'm still alive. Beautiful. You want to go quite dynamically throughout this series like James is doing. So make sure that you're really engaging your abdominals. Check in with yourself and see if your body's moving or not. If it is, tighten those abs. Last one, we stay back. While we hold it back, we're gonna try and push a little bit more. Pull the abdominals in and inhale to tap the floor behind you. Exhale to lift. You should be feeling this exercise right here. Side of your glute, into your glute med and glute min. There are smaller fibers of muscles, and so they fire up really quick. If we can confirm. Last 4. Last 3. Pulsing coming, just so you know. Last one, we hold it up, we pulse it 10. Whenever you guys need to take a break, please hit that pause button and take a break. James, you cannot hit the pause button, but feel free to take a break because this will burn. Last 2. With the last one, we're gonna move that leg all the way forward in front of you. Beautiful, flex the foot. As you exhale, you straighten the leg in front of you. And as you inhale, you bend it. That's it. You should be feeling it quite a bit on your quads. And if you can do it like James, that's brilliant. You're gonna keep the knee in line with your hip and nothing moves. If in case you need to do it a little bit lower, there's no problem with that. We go for the last 3. In 2 counts, that's something not nice happening. The last one, you hold it there right in front of you. We inhale to tap the floor and we exhale to lift it slightly higher than your hip height. We go for 9 more. Beautiful. In the meantime, the top shoulder pushes down and you guys are reaching out through the crown of your head. So that although we're suffering, we'll always look beautiful. We go for the last 4. 3, 2. With the last one, we hold it up, we pulse it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Combining all our exercises together. Beautiful. Bend the knee. Go like this. Knee to mat. Foot to mat behind you. Big kick up to ceiling. It's a big combo. And down to the opposite leg. Again, knee to mat. Foot to mat. Kicking up. And down. Knee. Foot. Kick. And down. It's a bit of a can-can dance. I'm gonna put a little bit of music in the background. Da, 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 da. All right, we go for the last 6. The last 5, if you can make that internal rotation and external rotation really dramatic, go for drama here. Other than being painful, it's also really useful to mobilize your hips. And hips mobility is everything when we want to make sure that we have a healthy back, a healthy lower back especially. I think we have the last 2. Sometimes I add a couple, so please forgive me if I'm giving you more work than what you have already. With the last one, we hold the leg up. Dun dun. We finish by pulsing it up and then I leave you alone, James. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the leg. Okay. If you want to get a little stretch, yes, get your hand around the ankle. Just so you know, this exercise can also be done with a foot behind you if you don't have the mobility that James has right now. Remember that James is the teacher, so obviously he's gonna have it a great form. You guys can also put the foot behind if that's not available. We're working the bottom leg, so we point the toes and we lift it up. We're gonna go for circles today. We just have 10 circles one way with the accent on the up. So it goes down and up, down and up, down and up, like music. 1, 2, 1, 2. We go for 3, 4, 2, 4, 1. Invert the circle. Beautiful. Go for 8. Again, down and up, down and up. Last 4, last 3, last 2, last 1. Hold it. Stay with me. Look at me right in the eyes. Lift it a little bit higher. And then lift it a little bit higher. Still look at me in the eyes. Don't let me go. Lift it a little bit higher. And a little bit higher. And a little bit higher. Now, can you hold it? It's not a question. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and go down slow. Beautiful. Let's pretend nothing happened. We'll retake the circle into our hands and we're gonna go back to that closed leg rocker. The terror in his eyes. Both legs get in again. We're gonna do this exact same sequence on the opposite side. Now, for the purpose of filming this workout, I'm gonna ask James to turn the other way around so that we don't have to do any breakdancing move. But you guys at home obviously can take your laptop, TV, whatever you have, maybe the TV not, but you can just shuffle it around and still look at me. Okay, we're gonna start by placing the feet into the circle. Tilt your tailbone in and under and lift a little tiny bit. With a bit of momentum, exhale and go up into balance. I was about to kick you in the back to lift you up. Again, inhaling, rolling. Exhaling, lifting. We do it 5 more times. Remember, at this point, your legs might be tired. So if you feel not as smooth, not as sexy as before while you do this specific exercise, that's fine. It's not a problem. Your body will get used to it again. We got 2 more. With the last one, we hold it up. Okay, we're not gonna do the open wing stuff. James, you can take a deep breath. You can drop the right elbow down and the right leg down. We hold that leg up, we flex through the heel, so we push it away, and sitting onto one bump cheek, we kick the bottom leg up to the circle and inhaling down. We focus on pulling from here. We're pushing the floor away from us, lifting the side of it. We go for the last 3, the last 2, and the last one. The leg goes down, we get rid of the circle. I'm gonna pass it on to me so it looks nice and clean. I'm gonna hold it here like a handbag. Feet are together, your head is into your hand, press it back. Now the top foot lifts the hips distance apart and we kick forward and back. These are your classical kicks. Everybody knows them. If you're doing Pilates for a while, this is comfort zone. This is just after that it becomes harder. I'll give you one thing to focus on. Keep reaching out through the crown of your head as you pull your ribs in. You don't want to let it go. The movement is at the bottom, control is at the top. With the last 2, then we hold it back behind you. If it's your weaker leg, and you will know, because if you're right-handed, your left leg will be weaker, you might need an extra second to push a little more back to have equal length in both sides. Then we inhale to touch the floor and exhale to lift. While we go up and down, we keep focusing on having that leg in line with the hip or behind it. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Move it forward. We're getting onto our quads. Foot is flexed. We inhale to bend and exhale to straighten. It is literally a quad extension, a little curl here. So make sure that where you decide that the knee is, that's where the knee stays as you extend the leg. In the meantime, we're still lengthening through here. We do not lose the lift, although the leg is moving. We go for the last 3, 2, last 1, hold it there. Inhale to touch the floor and exhale to lift a little bit higher than the hip high. If you go higher than that, this exercise is gonna become easier. We go for the last 7, 6, 5, chin is still away from the chest. 3 more, into, we pulse it. Last 1, we hold it up to pulse. We pulse for 10, 9. Ribs are pulling in, your head is pressing into your hand for the last 4, the last 3, the last 2, the last 1. Rebend the knee, tap that knee in front of you on the floor, tap the foot behind you, kick up high and lower down with control. It's again your little can-can dance. You know this move. Let's try and split the breath into 2. Inhale, exhale, and then again inhale and exhale. He has given it a little bit of artistic creativity. It is a dance. That's it. All right, we go for the last 4. That's right. The last 3, when you start suffering, you start forgetting what the choreography is supposed to be like. The last 2, With the last one, we finish with a pulse up to ceiling. Hold it up, pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, pushing the shoulders down, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot in front of you, wrap your hand around the ankle or place the foot behind you. We're lifting that bottom leg to circle it forward. We'll circle for 10, 9, 8, 7. Your foot is neutral, whatever position your foot likes to maintain, please let it do its thing. Last two. Last one, we invert the circle. Reminder, the accent's on the up. It goes down and up, with a breath that goes inhale, exhale, exhale. Last three, last two, last one. Now I'm gonna try and fish your leg again. Lift it higher, and lift it higher, and lift it a little bit higher, and a little bit higher again. We hold it for 8, 7. Everybody relax your faces. Don't get wrinkly because of this exercise. Is she counting? Yes, she is. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way down. Did I read into your mind? Yes. All right, you flip over into a child pose with the knees nice and wide so you can get a nice stretch into the hips. Okay, if you need to cry for a second, no one's gonna see you here, so shed your tears, then dry them before you then roll all the way back up to seated. We'll get into an all-fours position where your hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. We're gonna start with a little shoulder work to warm up the shoulder girdle. So we literally inhale to drop the space in between the shoulders down and exhale to create a mountain in between your shoulders. And again, inhaling drop and exhaling lift. Don't be fooled by how easy this exercise is right now, because obviously there are steps to be reached. There's a little bit more to climb. We go for the last 4. This is a beautiful exercise for mobility as well. If you want to do this particular exercise after a whole day of working, this is great for your shoulders. Last 2. Last one. Okay, now take your elbows down so that you are onto your forearms. You can make a fist with one hand and wrap it around with the other one, so you've got a tripod, and then extend the legs out into a plank one by one. We're gonna perform the exact same movement that we have performed before, inhaling to drop the space in between the shoulders and exhale to rebuild it. This is called a serratus push-up. Serratus muscles are very important muscles responsible for your posture. And if they work correctly, you're gonna have a nice open posture there. Now, James is thinking, is she counting again? Yes, I am, guys. I've got 5 more counts here. Last 4, last 3, last 2. With the last one, we're still onto the serratus. So we shift the shoulders forward and then we shift them back by lifting the bum. Beautiful. And then again, shifting the shoulders forward into a very low plank and then shifting them back and lifting the bum. While you shift them forward, the shoulders go away from the ears. As you shift them back, they rise up and elevate. Again, very cute exercise for your posture. It doesn't feel cute, but it's really useful. We go for the last 4. The last 3. 2 more. With the last one, I'm gonna ask you, can you hold the plank for 10 seconds? Get into your plank, shift the heels slightly forward, and keep pulling the ribs up to ceiling. 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7. I'm gonna get you to get into a side plank towards the camera or towards the inside of your house. Last 2, last one. James, can you open into a side plank? Beautiful. We reach the arms up. We start by inhaling and dropping the hips up down to the floor, and then exhaling, lifting them up. We got 9 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it up and pulse it up. We'll pulse for 10, for 9, 8. You're still looking forward with the chin away from the chest. Last 4, last 3, Last two, last one, return into your center plank. We do the same on the opposite side. After these, I'm gonna give you guys a break because it gets even more spicy, but stay with me for this one. Open into plank towards me. Apologies for our backs. We inhale to drop the hips and we exhale to lift the hips again. We go for 9, for 8, beautiful plank, 7. And we're still reaching up through the top of our head, making sure that it's not hiding in like a little turtle. Last 3, 2. With the last one, we hold it up and pulse it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back into a center plank, knees down, stretch back into a child pose. As we exhale, we really push the hips down towards our heels and reach away through our hands. We have the last 2 exercises of our sequence. If you need to catch your breath, go and grab yourself a glass of water, hit the pause button, because for this one we will need the last little drop of strength that you've got into your body. Now you and James are going to really grab the floor with your fingers and push yourselves into a full plank with arms extended from these positions. You need to tuck your toes under and push up. We're gonna get into a side plank right away. So you might wanna move the right hand more towards the center and then turn to the side. The top leg stays on the floor, the bottom leg, take a step forward. Beautiful. We lift it off the floor. We bend it in, we re-extend it and drop it on the floor. We go lift, bend, return, and drop. Lift, bend, return, and drop. We're gonna do 5 in total, but if you guys wanna give yourself an extra challenge, go for 10. With the last one, can we stay with the leg in? Beautiful. You guys hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 before turning to the other side. Last 2 and last 1, turn. Same exact execution on the opposite side. The bottom leg shifts forward. We lift it, bend it, return it down. Lift it, bend it, return it down. 3 more. We keep reaching out through the crown of our head. Last 2. Last 1. Back into a center plank. Stretch back into a pike, lift your hips up to ceiling, and then walk your hands towards your feet slowly, slowly, slowly. Hang there for a second, a couple of deep breaths, during which you let your head go down heavy, and let your arms go down heavy too. Soften the knees slightly, and rebuild your spine up to standing. You open your shoulders. You're gonna clasp your thumbs together and really open the chest. And then you re-roll down one bone at a time. Walk your hands out into a plank for one last time. This is your last challenge for today. Can you give me 5 push-ups? Knees down or knees up is not important. Whatever your body can do right now, do that. You go for 3 more. Very good. You keep squeezing your bum cheeks and pulling your abdominals in. With the last one you do, you stretch back into a pike. This time we do not walk up, we stay there. And then we're returning to plank for 4 push-ups. Again, it's up to you, knees down or knees up. Completely up to you. We go for 4. For 3, we keep reaching out through the neck. Last 2. Very good, James. Last 1. Piking back, hips up to ceiling. Elevate your shoulders, so really push the floor away from you to get a big stretch there. 3 push-ups. We go for 3. For 2. For 1. Piking up. If you have left your shoulders down, your knees down on the floor, you can re-extend it for the pike. Last 2. Curl the tailbone under, especially if you have your knees down. We've got the last one, everyone. This is a very important moment. Inhaling, exhaling, pike up for one last time. And now, keeping your hips stable, walk your hands back. Beautiful. You're gonna hang there for a couple of breaths again, allowing your spine to decompress. We inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Are these drops of sweat or tears? We roll all the way back up, one bone at a time. The last 2 minutes of your workout are a couple of minutes to check in with yourself and to send me some insults if you need through your laptop. I'm not gonna hear them. Turn towards the camera, we turn towards our friends. Everybody should be looking a little sweaty, a little tearful. If you're not, do this workout from the beginning. Now, widen the distance between your feet so that they go a little bit wider than the hips. You turn them out slightly. We inhale to open our arms by our sides, and as we exhale, we place the left hand around the waist. Right arm goes up and over. So you're pushing this side of the body towards me as you push the floor away from you with this heel, the left one. And then we do the same on the opposite side. Reaching out through the crown of your head, but still lifting through the right side. Can we do it one more time per side? Stay there, but keep pushing the left shoulder down and back. Really good. One more time on that side. Now stay there, everyone. Let the right arm go and let it slide down on your leg. To get a little bit deeper, you're allowed to fall into your flexibility here. So if you can get really low, get really low. Same thing on the other side. Left hand slide against the thigh and we reach up and over. Back to center. Interlink your fingers. We exhale to soften the knees, round the tailbone under and round our spine. As you reach your arms forward, your ribs pull back. You should be feeling the stretching all around here on top of the shoulders. As you rebuild your spine, you circle your arms up and back. Open them, clasp your thumbs together and open the chest. We do it again. Arms forward, fingers together, round. Arms up, circling back, clasp your thumbs together. You're gonna stay here for me. If you can, place your hands around your waist at the two sides. Beautiful. And as you press your hips towards the front with your hands, you lift your chest up to ceiling. There's no need for the neck to go back too much. It's more about lengthening and opening. Now soften the knees and push a little bit more, get into a nice little back bend. Returning all the way back forward, we finish with a neck stretch. We all reach our right arm up to ceiling, wrap your hand around your head and pull down. And if you want to make it deeper, you can wrap the left arm around your waist from behind so that the shoulder pushes down. We all take a deep breath. We inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And we do the same thing on the opposite side. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth as you push the shoulder down and back. So you should be feeling the stretch over the pecs too. As we come back to center, you open your arms here by your sides, roll your shoulders down, lift up through the crown of your head. Take a second to lengthen. And then, guys, this was the end of your class. Thank you so much for having joined us in this workout. And as usual, I want to remind you that the best type of training for your body and your health is cross training. So go and check out all the PTs and all the other disciplines that we have on the platform. Have a wonderful day.